Hamoud Salhi joins us now from Los Angeles. He's the interim dean of undergraduate studies at California State University, Dominguez Hills. He's also professor of political science. Sir, welcome to the show. Let me ask you about this latest incident. We're seeing a lot of strife in the Arab world as of late, and a lot of talk about Arab nations confronting Iran for what they see as its interference in the regional affairs. What would this confrontation between Iran and Arab League look like?
Well, it's not Arab League against the Iranians. It's the Gulf countries, specifically Saudi Arabia and Iran. And this is well known in the past that these two countries are at a competition, to say the least, in who lead the Gulf countries, who sets the agenda. They are different ideologically. Two of them see as representative of the Muslim world, and the two have had major problems. So in more ways than one, this is not an issue of an Arab League per se against Iran. It's deeper than that, and it really evolves about the leadership of the Gulf region and two different systems with different agendas.
Let me ask you, at the core of this debate, do you think it is a Saudi Arabia and the Iran conflict, a proxy war of any sort?
At the core of it is that's what it is, and what is ironic about it, it has been more of an ideological, perceptual than in real life. We haven't seen a war between the Iranians and the Saudis, even though we have some proxies. We had a strong rapprochement when President Mohammed Khatami was in power. He had good relationship with the king of Saudi Arabia at the time, and they were actually at the time strong relationships between the Gulf countries and Iran. The only exception at the time was the UAE, which raised and continued to raise the issue of what the Emiratis call the colonization of the three islands, Abu Musa and the Greater Lesser Thumb. So those are really ideological, religious. And it diverted the attentions from the internal problems that the Gulf countries go. Interestingly enough, when the rapprochement was between the Iranians and the Saudis, the discussion, and this is particularly in the late 90s, was about governance, constitutional change, democratic change. And it was that period when the Gulf countries moved a step further into the democratization process. And it's understood that the perception of an external threat helps both the Iranians, particularly the hardliners.
Professor, I'm afraid that's all the time we have, certainly rooted in history. Thank you so much.